Here, 1.2 point differential. Dodd and Whitmarsh in 5th place at 3 and 4. Al Jansen, Tim Walmer, a good tournament in 6th at 3 and 4. Andrew Smith, St. John Smith's brother, with Brooke Vanderway at 2 and 5 in 7th. And at 2 and 5 in 8th, Ricky Ludes and Brian Lewis. Now, let's pick up the action. The final couple of points of our semifinal. Smith and Stoklos versus Hovland and Steffes.
Hovland with the jump serve into the net, serving error. He could be getting tired about this point.
Well, we talked about the altitude. These players have been out here all day for 2 days. Now the end of the competition, the most important time of the competition, you really have to dig down for something extra.
Well, I thought that service error looked a little bit like a lack of leg in getting up on the ball. Hovland setting it up for Steffes, and a great shot.
Hovland and Steffes are not going to go away. They can side out for a long period of time. St. John and Randy are going to be patient, stay in their defensive set, wait for an opportunity, and then convert.
They felt their keys were that Kent keeping his serves in and effective as he tries right now. It's out. And Hovland's digs. That was the other key they mentioned to me before this match.
5 service errors now for Hovland and Steffes. And in a game to 11, that's just too many, particularly when you have no aces.
Sky ball by St. John Smith. A different strategy. Hobbs sets it up for Steffes. Over the net, Randy's there, backpedaling. Randy Stoklos. It's in.
Smith breaking out the sky ball as the sky clouds over. And then Randy Stoklos ripping cross court for the winner. They're moving on to the finals.
After battling their way to get to the semifinals in a calculator-type move to see which team would actually make it here, Smith and Stoklos will be going to the finals against Akitubby and Frohoff.
Congratulations on an easy win in the semifinals against a great team. You seem to take control early. They were not able to convert. What was the key to the lead early on?
Well, nothing's easy, Paul. Those guys are fierce competitors.
You keep saying that, but you killed them.
The kill 10-4 or 11-4 was a score. Those guys were a lot closer than the score really was. You know, it was an important game for us because we lost to them in match play. More importantly, those guys had won the first round of the Triple Crown. We eliminate them now so nobody can do the sweep, just like we did last year.
All right, you swept last year, and now for a little revenge. Serving seems to be really a key. Both of you abandoned your jump serve late in the contest. Again, you broke out the sky ball late. Is this light air up here, thin air, really affecting your ability to jump serve?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The ball carries a lot further. I had very little success with the jump serve. They were, you know, going out of bounds long. But as far as the way we played this game, we lost to them in a game which, of course, we feel we shouldn't have lost. And I think we're a little more fired up this time around. And we got to do the same thing to Ak and Pro because they beat us earlier on. So we got to come out hard and play hard to win.
All right, revenge number 1 for Smith and Stoklos over Hovland and Steffes. Coming up in the finals against Scott Akitubby. And crown of the Jose Cuervo Gold Crown. These are the gentlemen that won the round robin. 2 days of competition, Scott Akitubby, Brent Frohoff. You had a chance to watch the semifinal between Hovland and Steffes and Smith Stoklos. Did you pick up any keys?
Look like Smith Stoklos are playing a lot better, and we always have tight games with them. So we're going to have to keep our heads in the game and not talk to the net and just play our game.
All right. Jump serving is such a key for your success, but it doesn't seem to be much of a factor here because of the altitude. How are you going to overcome that?
Well, I think the main thing is to jump a little higher when you are making your approach to jump serve, so you can hit down on the ball and hit down over the net, because the ball really doesn't catch the air here and drop like it does in California or someplace like that.
All right, Scott, you have never played in the finals of a Gold Crown event. This is your biggest competition ever?
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't think about it. You know, if you think about it, you're not going to play too good. So I just, try and take it as any other game.
All right, good luck to you in the finals. Art, back up to you.
A tradition here in Boulder as everyone looks to the sky. The game ball for the final match comes in by parachute. And this year, in honor of our Desert Storm troops, it's St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos. St. John with the serve. Scott Akitubby sets it up for Brent Frohoff, who puts it down. Brent getting up high for that one.
Akitubby and Frohoff have excellent ball control skills, particularly when setting. They need to get into a very good side-out rhythm early, and I think they need to get to an early lead. Smith and Stoklos, even though they struggled in the early stages of this tournament, I think come in as the favorite.
Akitubby and Frohoff beating them in the first day of action. Frohoff not getting the serve over the net. The side out goes back to the #1 ranked team.
Serving will be very important. All 4 of these players want to jump serve. Who's going to have that advantage? Who's going to reduce service errors?
Akatubby at the net, along with Stoklos. And it'll be Scott Akatubby coming back to serve.
Scott wins the award for having the most unusual shorts anywhere in the world of volleyball. The Shaw to Ak.
The Ak can go high and has a nice downward movement on that serve. One of the finer serves we've seen in the tournament, actually, with the motion of the ball anyway. Scott goes high, dumps it over. St. John can't get a hand on it. First point of the game.
Excellent conversion by Akatubby and Frohoff, getting Smith and Stoklos in trouble with the jump serve, but you have to make sure you convert at the end. This time Akatubby deep cross corner over Randy Stoklos.
Scott Akatubby looking for his first win of the season. Get a second, 3/3, $22,820 on the season. He's ready to serve. The young man from Hermosa Beach, Florida, California. Can't get it in. Hits the net. Could they be having a problem from that side?
Well, the wind's certainly not a factor. The sun very bright, now hidden behind cloud cover. But I think here both sides very, very even.
St. John Smith now. His team trailing 1-0. Frohoff, Akatubby. Akatubby slams it down.
That's excellent set by Brent Frohoff. That pass took him very near the net. Tough position to set the ball accurately. Look at Frohoff sprinting to the net. He's got to make sure and keep that ball back off the net. He does it. Gives Scott Akatubby room to rip cross court.
There's a graphic example that his herniated disc problem is curing. He feels real good right now as far as the back injury that he suffered for several years now.
Well,
year and a half, anyway.
For a long, long time, everybody said Scott Akatubby is talented at all phases of the game, but can his conditioning be at a high enough level to win a tournament, or will his physical ailments get in the way of his success? I think he's put a lot of problems behind him. He's ready to win.
Brent Frohoff to serve. And Randy Stoklos unable to get a really good set on that bump.
Service winner that time by Brent Frohoff. St. John Smith, there you see him sprinting to get to that bad pass by Randy Stoklos, unable to make the play.
Throw once again, and it's out. Going too long this time, so the service error sides the ball out now to the top-ranked team. We'll be back with more Pro Beach Volleyball. Back to serve. Stoklos, all 6-4 of them. Comes to the net after the serve and blocks Akatubby. Akatubby tries to keep it alive. Key move by Randy on that play, don't you think, Paul?
Scott Akatubby wants to go cross court. Most players do. Where does Randy Stoklos drop his hands? Brent Frohoff with the near cover, but just sort of hanging around, got that one off the chest. Randy Stoklos gets his team on the board with a nice stuff block.
Stoklos to serve, trying to get their first point of the game right now. Frohoff sets it up for Akatubby. Stoklos at the net. Akatubby dumps it in nicely with a lob right near the line, Paul.
Seeing that Randy Stoklos was trying to take away the line, St. John Smith digging cross court. Ak reading that play, going softly over the top.
One of the keys to this game so far, side outs for Akatubby and Frohoff, getting that ball back again as they lead it 2-0. Scott ready to serve. Out just a little bit too far. They didn't get the dip on the ball that time. The top spin that puts it down.
Another service error early for Akatubby and Frohoff. 4 errors, 2 each for Ak and Fro, 1 ace by Brent Frohoff.
St. John Smith with the jump serve. Akatubby setting it up for Frohoff this time, and he cuts it, but look at St. John dig it out. Oh, great move. Akatubby gets back, and he'll play it at the net. Another great move by St. John. Randy sets it up for him, and it's a great shot. Super move by Stoklos to set St. John up.
Some great defense by St. John Smith against Scott Akatubby. Here just digs the ball overhand right off his chest, but I think Randy Stoklos mishandled this ball. It just kind of fudged out of his hands. St. John successfully hits the ball cross court. I think Ak and Fro have a real legitimate argument on that play.
Ties the game at 2. Akatubby, Frohoff looks, dinks. Oh, great look. Great move. St. John coming to the net on the far side, and Randy was already there.
Once again, the ball control of Akatubby and Frohoff so good. You see Scott Akatubby, after he sets the ball, sneaks a look to tell his partner Brent Frohoff where the defenders are.
While there's a break in the action, let's look at the prize money for this tournament. It's a $150,000 purse with the winning team taking home $70,000. Second place drops to a little over $14,000, so you can see how it pays to win. Third place pays $10,770. Fourth place, $8,715. So let's see who'll take home the big bucks. So Frohoff, Art Cherokee,
Right there, and no
doesn't go for the jump serve again, but St. John Smith, nice leap for the side out.
It's going to be difficult for Akatubby and Frohoff to win this match unless they can start blocking and digging St. John Smith, and right now he seems to be in a very good groove.
Randy Stoklos to go back to serve. Randy lobs one. Akatubby gets down deep.
What a great
Climbs the rope.
Brent Frohoff just getting parallel to the net, dishing the ball straight up, but Scott Akatubby hitting the ball wide.
That gives them the 3-2 lead. Akatubby, Frohoff over St. John Smith and Gold Crown 91 and beautiful Boulder, Colorado. And with me right now is event director Steve Goldstein. And Steve, when you normally think
sand, 10 tons to be exact, then it takes a lot of effort on the part of the local volunteers here at the South Boulder Rec Center, as well as our own crew. A lot of sweat goes into making this a beach site.
leading 3-2, Randy Stoklos with the serve, and that's Brent Frohoff, and he goes over him. Nice play for the side out.
Brent Frohoff has one of the best shots away from his body, inside out, down the line. Most players, again, prefer to hit the ball cross court. Brent Frohoff, one of the best down the line.
Akatubby to serve. Akatubby and Frohoff teamed together to win Frohoff's first pro tournament way back in 1986. Out. A service error by Akatubby. And all day long from that particular court, the jump serve has given players problems. Let's see what St. John Smith decides to do on the other side of the court. He jumps from that side. Frohoff setting it up for Akatubby. Nice little dink shot, and it's in. Nice move. Great finesse.
Randy Stoklos blocking the cross-court, St. John Smith digging line. That means nobody's digging cross-court. You just have to get the ball over the top of the block. Ak will take a look, just roll over the top of Randy Stoklos and St. John Smith, 25 feet away with no chance.
What a wonderful, soft, high set for Akatubby from Frohoff in that last play. A little confusion.
Oh, the husband and wife.
And they say chemistry is worth 2 or 3 points a game.
This ball
and
served.
That chemistry certainly didn't prove correct.
Yeah, Art, this ball served deep up the middle, and St. John Smith, Randy Stoklos not talking early on the play.
Tied 3-3 now. Frohoff. The overhand serve. And that's St. John Smith at the net. Nice dig that time by Frohoff. Randy's right there at the net, though, to put it down. Stoklos showing the power that has gained him all kinds of nicknames, and the latest one, of course, King of Kong.
I'll tell you, this one was at about 100 miles an hour, and Randy Stoklos said, "Come on, Boulder, let me have some."
Randy back to serve now. A veteran in his own right, 9 years in the pros after coming out of UCLA. Frohoff against Randy at the net. Oh. 4-3, they break the tie.
Watch Randy Stoklos this time. He takes away Brent Frohoff's line, starts inside, and then jumps out. Leads with his left hand, knows Frohoff wants to go down the line. Show the shot, then take it away. Stoklos now with 2 stuff blocks early.
Stoklos and Smith taking a 1-point lead now. Frohoff, St. John, nice move. Joust at the net. No, it came over.
Came down on the side of Akatubby and Frohoff. That's a really difficult play to make. You're focusing on the ball. You're watching Randy Stoklos, and Brent Frohoff just let that ball go straight down and inside him for the score.
5-3. They've got some momentum going, Paul. Randy Stoklos with the serve at the net. Stoklos doing a great job up at that net, trying to pop it over. St. John digs it out. Stoklos, St. John gets the deflection. Oh, they're playing well right now.
Everything going now for Smith and Stoklos. Whatever Randy doesn't get his hands on blocking, St. John is scrambling, putting pressure on Akatubby and Frohoff every time they serve the ball to make a great shot in order to side out.
Akatubby and Frohoff would be well to draw the line right here. A 3-point lead by Smith and Stoklos. Akatubby setting it up nicely for the ball he got. And Frohoff doing a nice job of placement there.
Biggest difference right now, digs and blocking by Smith and Stoklos. Stoklos with 2 stuff blocks, St. John Smith with 4 digs. On the other hand, Akatubby and Frohoff, no stuff blocks and only 1 dig. Smith and Stoklos starting to take over.
Let's see if Akatubby and Frohoff can bring things back into perspective now. They really like the fact that they hit the 2 top-ranked teams early in the first day of competition. In fact, they had won 3 matches before their first loss in that first day. Now it's a total new ball game, just like a World Series or a playoff action. And St. John Smith puts it down, side out, back to the SNS boys. So St. John Smith will do the honors. 12 wins last year, 7 wins this year. He's won more than $710,000 in his career. Frohoff at the net, looks, tries to tip. Here's the joust. Randy gets it, but Akatubby just can't get to the net in time. Randy playing great at the net. 7-3 the score. We've got another timeout down on the court. We'll be back with more Cuervo Gold Crown action right after this.
4-on-4.
Colorado for the Cuervo Gold Crown. The leaders with the serve. Frohoff at the net. Randy has played so well up there, and Stoklos this time can't keep it in.
What he doesn't block, he's getting his hands on and just put in, again, so much pressure on Frohoff and Akatubby just to get the ball by, get a side out, go back and jump serve and try to put their point-scoring game back together.
Brent Frohoff, 6'3", 185 pounds. Nice jump serve that time. St. John Smith, Akatubby at the net, goes out, side out.
St. John Smith jumping high here, hitting hard and flat, and off the top of the hands.
Stoklos to serve. Akatubby setting it up nicely for Frohoff, and open area, side out. Back to the contenders. Brent Frohoff has actually been in 3 Cuervo Gold finals. He won with Karch Karai in San Diego in '89 and went to the finals in '90 at Clearwater and Boulder. They did give him a point on that last one.
Akatubby serving. Reserving a. There we go.
And they're going to reserve with Akatubby. 8-3, the biggest lead of the game right now. And at the net this time, Brent Frohoff gets a nice block.
But out of bounds. Brent finally getting his hands over the net on St. John Smith. This ball is just wide. Got to hit the ball high and flat.
St. John Smith. Frohoff for Akatubby.
Oh.
Great play at the net.
That was trouble as soon as the ball left Brent Frohoff's hands. Set the ball too tight to the net and inside. Akatubby had no choice really here but to go hard cross court. He's got to be able to dink the ball softly back to his left. St. John Smith not able to get back there, play defense, but Randy
already
just stuffing the ball here now with 4 stuff blocks.
Right. Already it's 9-3 too. Brent Frohoff and Akatubby have to do something, and this time with finesse, and he puts it out. An error, 10-3. Looks like a runaway here in the finals after the #1 ranked team had such a tough time getting into the semifinals. Oh, they've just dominated on this final day of action.
Bad pass.
Tough for Frohoff. He couldn't get up there.
We saw that earlier from Randy Stoklos and St. John Smith. But here Scott Akatubby just shanks the ball. An impossible pass for Brent Frohoff to get to an even bump set.
After one of the closest tournaments in the preliminary rounds that Cuervo Gold Crown has ever experienced, we now have a runaway in the finals, and Brent Frohoff and Scott Akatubby would like a timeout to talk things over. Placement shot.
Oh,
Stoklos.
Mark that one down. Momentum can start at any time on the funniest little play. That was a point in the books.
Stoklos does a nice job of getting up there, and it just
waffled the ball out of bounds.
Right. Frohoff with a comeback try. Nice set. But it's long. St. John put it out long.
2 balls in a row hit out by St. John Smith. Randy Stoklos will change sides at 11-4. Stoklos still in control, but maybe getting a little shaky.
We'll be back with more of the $150,000 here at Boulder, Colorado. It's been such a tradition, pro beach volleyball here, and they support it so well.
I've been coming to Boulder for a long time, and this is one of the biggest crowds I have ever seen here for this tournament.
Frohoff to serve. Good angle for Stoklos, and Frohoff just can't quite get a good enough play for Akatubby to react in time to.
Frohoff in pretty good position, digging the angle from Randy Stoklos, just unable to control it.
Stoklos' shot was just excellent placement, though, with lots of power.
I think Scott Akatubby's got to move the block in a lot more against Randy Stoklos unless he's set right on top of the net. When he's set 2 or 3 feet back, he's going cross court almost every time. Got to move the block in.
I think Stoklos saved his spikes for this game rather than that spike-off contest. The radar as well.
There was no money on that.
Nice placement that time. And the side out. Take
Again,
another look.
Frohoff and Akatubby going to the soft shots. St. John Smith unable to make the move, the play on that Randy Stoklos would block line. St. John dig angle.
Akatubby. They don't go for that jump serve much anymore from that end.
There.
Nice block. Frohoff trying to keep it alive, but St. John Smith.
Smith and Stoklos have been converting every play at the net, every joust, every contested ball at the top of the tape. They've been getting the better of Smith and Stoklos. The difference in the game right now.
Both these players winning their first pro tournament in their very first year on the pro tour. It's been such a nice long time. Just in. Great placement by Frohoff that time. It hit right in the corner.
What they need to do is just get into this consistent zone, passing and setting. Unfortunately, they're behind so far. They have to make great shots and side out for a long, long period of time. They have to stop Smith and Stoklos on 11 right here.
Jump serve by Brent Frohoff, and it pays off this time.
Haven't seen an ace from Akatubby or Frohoff for a long, long time, but now Frohoff with his 3rd ace. Combine that with 8 service errors from Akatubby and Frohoff. Not a bad ratio.
11-5. Can they bring it back? Frohoff once again going for the jump serve. Brings it down to St. John Smith this time. St. John at the net. Great shot. Put it right where the strength was, too, Paul.
Hit the ball right to Brent Frohoff. The key to this is the setting of Randy Stoklos. You see Randy set the ball and then take a look at the defense. St. John said, I'm going to hit my best shot hard cross court, make him dig my best shot.
St. John feeling at least it's a tough time. Oh, great move at the net by Stoklos, 12-5.
So here's the patience of St. John Smith, Randy Stoklos. They know they have a big lead. They know that they're siding out extremely well. So when Frohoff or Akatubby make a hitting error, the key is to make them pay, either digging by St. John Smith or blocking by Randy Stoklos.
Back to my original thought, too. They thought that their weakness in Clearwater was just getting back too far behind, and then they came back, and Hovland and Steffes just took it away from them in the final, and they certainly have jumped out in front here and not let that happen.
Randy Stoklos playing some mind games there with Brent Frohoff. Every once in a while, just throw in the fake block. Brent might have already predetermined that he was going to hit a soft shot. Randy would be right there defensively.
Akatubby now to serve.
Another error. Error number 8 for Scott Akatubby, 12 overall for the team.
You know, really, the way they've been serving, they're lucky to be behind only 12-5.
I guess it could be worse.
But they're hanging in there. St. John Smith now with the jump serve. Frohoff trying to help Akatubby out. Had a difficult time of it, and St. John got a hand on it. Nice play by Frohoff.
Frohoff and Akatubby have the ability to side out for a long, long time, but all that's doing is getting them possession of the ball. They've been unable to block the ball effectively. As we pointed out, 0 stuff blocks as a team, not playing that good a defense. Diggs, they have 1 as a team. That's not going to get it done.
Nice set. St. John had time to look and place the ball where he wanted it because of the set by Randy.
Let's go.
Pretty good bump set that time by Randy Stoklos. St. John passing the ball low, but the excellent chop cross court. Cut shot from right to left.
Here we go.
Randy Stoklos back to serve. Oh, too tough for Akatubby.
Easy serve to Brent Frohoff. Just a little knuckleball down the line to Brent. Probably lost his concentration here, just shanked it.
We're only 2 points from you having to hustle down there for post-game interviews, Paul. 13-5 now, and Randy. He's back to serve once again. It looks like he's going to take a running jump at it. No, he's going to come in. And looks like we're going to have a timeout. A timeout down on the court, and we'll be right back as Smith Stoklos leading, looking to regain a Cuervo Gold Crown title. 2 points away from victory. Randy at the net.
Half a dozen stuff blocks for Randy Stoklos. Just has taken over this match at the net. Fro again trying to hit the ball inside out down the line. Randy up and over and blocks the ball right back on his face.
Been one of the big differences in this game, if not the big difference. Stoklos at the net here today. Is it a game winner? No, it's a side out.
Akatubby returns the facial a little bit. That one right off the top of the head of Randy Stoklos off into the crowd. Akatubby and Frohoff must be very disappointed here to come out and not be more competitive in the finals after having won the 7 rounds of round-robin competition.
And having one less game by virtue of winning the round robin. St. John Smith off of Frohoff.
Smith and Stoklos have just gotten into a groove offensively and defensively, and they beat Steffes and Hovland so easily in the semifinals. A quick game to 11. I think they won 11-4. That probably didn't hurt them at all and got them in an excellent groove for this championship match. St. John going to send up the sky ball for the tournament.
And it brings cheers from the crowd. Out.
Akatubby knows it's out all the way, just playing a little there, faking as if he's going to pass the ball.
Giving a glimmer of hope to Smith Stoklos. Brent Frohoff trying to keep his team alive now. Down 14-5 in a game of 15. Nice serve. But look at the dig by Randy Stoklos.
Look at the set.
Another dig by Frohoff. Akatubby trying to set it up for Brent, and look at that at the net.
We're going to change sides. The first excellent conversion by Akatubby and Frohoff. The good dig cross court, the bump set, and then Fro aggressively going at Randy Stoklos off his outside hand for the score.
Bobby Clark, the official up top, gives the sign. George Carey's been our other official today. Is this the game-winning point? St. John Smith. And it's a side out. Frohoff just trying to keep his team in there, and St. John Smith doing a nice job of getting the side out. Let's see who's there to serve. Is it Randy or is it St. John? It's going to be Randy.
St. John served the sky ball out of bounds. Randy Stoklos will come back and serve for the championship. Second championship point.
Akatubby setting up for Frohoff. And Frohoff doing a nice job powering it through.
Akatubby and Frohoff's only hope is to score all 5 points on this side and get back to 14-11. Put some pressure on Smith and Stoklos. Otherwise, it's just a matter of time.
Akatubby. It's a nice downward movement on the serve that time. Randy gets a left-handed put. Nice little jab at the ball. Akatubby. Now St. John.
First unforced error by St. John Smith.
14-7 the score.
Well, they're not going to go away. Very competitive, have been on the tour for a long, long time. They have the jump serving weapon. They just need to get on a bit of a roll.
Nice serve that time. Look at the save off the net by
These two are really complimenting each other right now. Randy Stoklos, bad pass. St. John sets him right on top of the net. This time St. John misses the pass. Randy gets down low, gets down early, gives a nice set to St. John Smith. They're really helping each other out to what looks like a victory.
St. John Smith now to set things going. Akatubby gets it in. Score remaining 14-7.
Akatubby pulling the ball straight down the line, just on the rope. There you can see the rope bouncing.
Score stays 14-7.
Akatubby and Frohoff still have yet to block a ball.
Frohoff trying for their 8th point. Put as much into that serve as any serve in the whole game. Nice dig by Frohoff. Brent goes up. St. John Smith with the save. Akatubby.
Very smart play. No reason to challenge the block of Randy Stoklos unless you have to. Going on to, watch this, nice dig by St. John Smith. Now, he's talking to Ak right there. Bumps the ball to him and just goes direct. Smith and Stoklos out of the play defensively.
Only down by 6 now. 8-14. Frohoff. St. John setting it for Randy. Stoklos puts it in there nicely. Wide open field.
You hear St. John Smith saying over him after he bump sets the ball, takes a look. Frohoff dig an angle. Look at St. John. Take a look now at the defense. He'll say over him, wide open area.
Boulder, Colorado for the Cuervo Gold Crown. Frohoff.
Here it is.
Tried to place it, but St. John's right there.
That's it.
That's it.
Took him 8 tries and a pretty innocuous looking play there for the championship. But Smith and Stoklos dominated siding out, and they dominated blocking at the net.
Okay, but as Paul goes down to be with the winners, he doesn't have to go too far. What a brilliant tournament for Smith Stoklos.